In the backrooms, countless entities roam the endless halls, each posing its own threat. Some act like mindless, animalistic creatures, while others are far more intelligent, stalking their targets with patience and precision. In this video, I'll break down the chances of surviving encounters with these entities, along with their overall hostility levels. Skin stealers are predatory humanoid entities typically encountered in liminal, low-light sections of the backrooms. They are known for wearing human skin as a disguise, allowing them to blend into groups of wanderers or appear as injured or lost individuals. Skin stealers blending in can seem flawless, however they can't actually understand and express human speech, they just mimic it. Another key difference to an actual human is their blood color. Skin stealers, unlike humans, have clear blood, while humans have red blood because of hemoglobin, while skin stealers' blood being clear like water confirms it lacks this iron-rich protein which gives blood its color and metallic smell and taste. Be careful though, any method that involves drawing blood will likely cause a docile entity to enter a hostile hunger state and attack. To differentiate between a human and a skin stealer safely, the MEG recommends checking anyone you are traveling with for clear blood only if a wound is already present, if not by observing behavioral red flags. Smilers are one of the most consistently dangerous entities in the backrooms, usually appearing in pitch black environments where only their glowing eyes and grin are visible. They tend to stalk quietly, waiting for panic, noise, or light misuse before striking, and they actively hunt rather than just exist passively in the background. Reports describe them as highly aggressive apex predators within dark zones, capable of ambush behavior and rapid attacks once a wanderer is isolated or startled. Memory worms in the backrooms aren't just gross giant worms, they're literal walking psychological traps. Being near one doesn't feel like danger at first, it feels like nostalgia cranked up way too high, like your brain suddenly starts replaying your happiest memories on repeat until you stop thinking straight. It's a mind game, as you may have guessed. While you're emotionally drifting off, it projects hallucinations of people you care about, pulling you closer with the promise of meeting or safety, when in reality you're just walking yourself into its mouth. Once it has you fully hooked, the hallucinations take over every sense and reality basically gets overwritten, and you're done for before you even realize you were hunted. Hounds are humanoid, dog-like entities that behave like rabid predators rather than actual intelligent hunters. They typically move on all fours and look like a hybrid of a dog and human while behaving animalistic. Their main behavior pattern is simple. Once they spot a wanderer, they chase. They rely on speed, aggression, and group pressure when possible, and tend to ambush in tight spaces where visibility is limited. Despite their instability and animal-like behavior, they are not completely mindless. They can track, remember short paths, and hesitate when directly stared down, which is one of the most known and used survival methods. Wretches are basically what happens when a human in the backrooms mentally and physically collapses into something barely recognizable. Most descriptions agree they're skinless, distorted humanoid entities driven by extreme aggression, often retaining fragments of their former human behavior but stripped of reason and stability. They tend to roam in dim, abandoned areas and will usually detect wanderers quickly, then pursue them with persistent hostility. Their biggest danger isn't speed alone, but how quickly they escalate a situation once you're within range or cornered. Female death moths are large, highly aggressive variants of the species, typically found in deeper, more dangerous zones like level 5 hive regions. Unlike male death moths, which are mostly passive or even avoidant, females are territorial hunters with acidic spit, heightened aggression, and a strong attraction to light sources, making them especially dangerous for wandering humans who rely on flashlights. Encounters are usually short-range and chaotic, often triggered by accidental disturbance or visibility exposure. To figure out a death moth's gender, we have some visual clues. Female death moths are significantly larger and hostile, often dripping venom. Partygoers are among the most dangerous and deceptive entities in Backrooms lore. They typically appear as tall humanoids with smooth yellowish skin, a carved smile, and a red balloon. Despite the fake, joyful appearance, their behavior is predatory. They've been observed to stalk wanderers, often silently, and rely on ambush tactics and psychological pressure rather than an instant fight. Once they make contact, they can severely injure or forcibly transform the victim into another partygoer over time. The party creators are best understood as the masterminds behind levelfun, and especially levelfunplus. Unlike standard partygoers, they are not simple hunters or luring entities. They function as efficient manipulators, capable of shaping environments, directing entities like partyhosts and partygoers, and creating psychological traps designed to break wanderers before physical contact even becomes necessary. Their presence is extremely rare, typically associated only with deep progression into levelfunplus, where the environment becomes fully hostile after spending a long amount of time in levelfun. I believe the amount is subjective based on the situation, but I'd say 6 hours is more than enough to trigger their presence. Thanks so much for making it all the way to the end. This is my first long-form video, and I am excited to make more. You can suggest me more stuff you guys want to see, of course. As well, see you around.